What's up guys, Matt back again with another video, and today we're going to be going over my predictions for Ichiban Kuji, specifically Master Lee's Dragon Ball figures in 2025. Before we dive into the video, please remember to subscribe and hit the bell, like the video, comment your thoughts down below for us to discuss, follow me on my socials, and consider becoming a YouTube member to enter into our monthly giveaways and Discord server so our community can help you on your Dragon Ball figure collecting journey. Okay, so this is something, if you're new here, I like to do this every year. Once we get the final Kuji announcement, we recently got Dragon Ball vs. Omnibus Ultimate announced for mid-December, which is probably the most hype I've been for an Ichiban Kuji this whole year. So if you haven't seen that video, check it out. I'll leave a card for me covering that whole Kuji above. And if you want to see my entire live reaction that I like to do every time they reveal a new Ichiban Kuji with chat, I'll put a card for that above as well. But without further ado, I was going to go about this video in a few different ways. In years past, I would go and predict like what Ichiban Kuji would come out, what months they would come out in. But after this year, it's kind of hard for me to do that because Bandai's just been kind of doing whatever they want. We got 3 non-Master Lee's Ichiban Kuji this year, which we were getting nothing but Master Lee's for like 3 years in a row from Bandai. So I was a little surprised to see that. I do think Master Lee's will still be the dominant set release for Dragon Ball in 2025. I believe we got 5 total this year, or 6 total this year, and 3 non-Master Lee's Ichiban Kuji. So obviously it weighs more in Master Lee's favor. Master Lee's is also expanding to other anime, like Full Metal Alchemist just got one for December as well, and One Piece is starting to ramp up. So I think the future is bright for Master Lee's. It's definitely not going anywhere, and I think Bandai continuously recognizes that we want more unique characters, more creative things. So, you know, with Omnibus Ultimate, I can see that they acknowledge that. But for this video, I decided to do something a little different than I've done in the past. I'm going to give my #1 most desired character, outfit, or form that we don't yet have in Master Lee's for every single arc throughout the entire Dragon Ball franchise. Those arcs would be the Pilaf arc, Tenkaichi Training arc, the 21st Tenkaichi Budokai, Red Ribbon, and so on. So I'm going to go in order from earliest to the most recent. The only arc that I'm not going to cover is Daima, because Daima is not out yet at the time of the recording of this video. It is August. Daima comes out in October, and I only know next to a few leaks from Daima, so that's really it. And of course, we're not going to do the Moro arc or the Granola arc because I don't think those will get any figures until Dragon Ball Super returns in its anime format and we start seeing those arcs, you know, done in the anime. But without further ado, oh, I'm already messing up. Brian, I know you're in the comments. Be quiet. Let us begin with the Pilaf arc. So the Pilaf arc is, you know, the beginning of Dragon Ball. There's a lot of like kooky and comedic moments throughout there. We've gotten plenty of characters already from the Pilaf arc, like Kid Goku on the Nimbus Cloud, Pilaf Gang, you know, a lot of other people. So some people would think that I would want Bulma the most, and I do really want some more Bulma in Master Lee's. But instead, I think my #1 choice for the Pilaf arc is Master Roshi in Max Power when he's about to unleash the first ever Kamehameha. So I think this would be a fantastic Master Lee's figure. I'm shocked that we have not gotten this yet because we have 2 Master Roshis in Master Lee's, one E-moving from Strong Chains, which I recently picked up, and the Fierce Men of the Turtle Hermit School. I like both of those figures, but I think a highly detailed, big Max Power Roshi would be awesome. If the figure could be around the same height and size as the Ox King that we got last year, I think people would be pretty happy with that. There is an older Ichiban Kuji of Master Roshi in this form, and this same moment actually, but it is a little bit older, and it is a vinyl figure, so I want a solid, heavy Master Lee's figure so that I can have it along with the rest of my collection. Moving on, we have the Tenkaichi Training arc. Some people wouldn't consider this an arc. I kind of do because it is a few chapters, and in the anime, it's, you know, a handful of episodes where Goku meets Krillin. There's some antics. You also meet Lunch, and there's a lot of little moments in there that kind of introduce certain characters. You could lump this in with the 21st Tenkaichi Budokai arc, but this is my list, and of course I want to hear your list after this video. But in my list for the Tenkaichi training arc, I would like to see Lunch in her blonde hair on the motorbike as she's driving away, escaping police from her latest bank heist. Lunch is my girlfriend's favorite character in all of Dragon Ball. She was so brokenhearted after, getting introduced to Dragon Ball over the last year and falling in love with Lunch, only to find out that she's pretty much forgotten as the series goes on into Dragon Ball Z. So it is a little sad, but a lot of us still remember and adore Lunch. She's on my Dragon Ball shelf in the Glitter and Glamours edition that I got from my girlfriend. But I would like to see a proper Masterly's Lunch. This would probably be a Masterly's Plus if she's on her bike with her gun. I think that would be great. It would look really good. And if it was in like an EX Kuji, the art style would be fantastic for a Masterly's Plus. Okay, so the 21st Tenkaichi Budokai arc. It's a no-brainer. I know there's a lot of characters in here. I would be happy with people like Nam and Girin, even Bacterian. But personally, I think it's time for Kid Krillin to finally show up as a Masterly's figure. I think we were expecting Kid Krillin for, a while now. I've been predicting Kid Krillin since like 2021 or something, dude. So I am hoping that this year we finally get a Kid Krillin Masterly's. We get at least one OG Dragon Ball Kuji, at least for the last couple years, within Ichiban Kuji. 2022, 2023, and 2024 got two OG Dragon Ball Kuji. And I don't know if that was just because of the 40th anniversary this year, but it would be cool to see Kid Krillin finally show up in a Tenkaichi Budokai set, him in his red gi, ready to fight in his first Tenkaichi Budokai. Let's make it happen. Krillin only has a couple figures, so I would love to see more within Masterly's. Moving on, the Red Ribbon arc. So the Red Ribbon arc, I think applies to the Muscle Tower. It applies to, Tao Pai Pai. It applies to Goku raiding the Red Ribbon base. So all of that. And me personally, I think more than any other character, it is time for General Blue. General Blue would look so good as a Masterly's figure. I know he's a bit of a kooky character, but I think he would look really great whether he's in uniform or when he has like no shirt on, when he's fighting everybody towards the end of his run as like a boss character. But General Blue is really cool. I just think when you look at him, you instantly think of the Red Ribbon arc, mostly because of his uniform. So I think that would be great. Let's make that happen. Moving on, the Fortune Teller Baba arc. This is like a very small tournament arc before a tournament arc that kind of wraps up the Red Ribbon arc. So again, you could argue, hey, this is like still Red Ribbon, but I would say this is still its own like very condensed small arc in Dragon Ball. And personally, we've already gotten Grandpa Gohan, so I would love to see Devilman as a Masterly's figure. But there are so many characters in this arc that I think would be great. There's the Mummy Man, there's Dracula, there's the Invisible Man. You can make him like covered in blood, but I think Devilman is memorable. He was even a character in Tenkaichi 3 back in the day. So seeing him as a Masterly's figure, I think would be very, very good for the style of OG Dragon Ball replicated in Masterly's. Okay, now the 22nd Tenkaichi Budokai. This is my favorite arc in the OG Dragon Ball. It's when Ten Shinhan was actually more of a villain. Not really a villain, but he was like an antagonist. He was very corrupted and conflicted. And because of that, I think we need more Ten Shinhan figures. We already have one from Warriors Who Defend the Earth, but I would love to see Ten Shinhan doing the multi-arm technique from the 22nd Tenkaichi Budokai. This is a technique that I don't think he ever does ever again. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I think it would be really cool to see him do that as a Masterly's figure. It would make it super unique and very iconic. People would know exactly where that's from instead of, confusing what arc that figure specifically would be from. Piccolo Daimao, Mr. Popo. All right, so moving on from the Piccolo Daimao arc, we have the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai arc. This is kind of like that big arc when Dragon Ball is transitioning to Dragon Ball Z. Ma Junior's there, Chi-Chi shows up. We just got a whole set from that, but I don't expect to see more figures from this arc anytime soon, but if they do plan to revisit that in some way, I would like to see Goku in his weightless outfit from when he fights Piccolo in the tournament. At the beginning, there's a perfect panel and pose of both of them readying up. You can do a follow-up with both of them in this shot in that set, but Goku is the one that I would love to see the most. Goku's my favorite character, so I'm going to be a little biased with some Goku picks here and there. The Saiyan arc. So this counts from the beginning of Dragon Ball Z up until Vegeta is defeated. There's plenty of stuff that they could do within this arc. We've gotten a lot of figures from this arc too. We've gotten some Gokus, some Vegetas, Nappas, Raditz. You know, the big ones, they're kind of out of the way right now, but I think it would be cool to see the big man himself, King Enma, aka King Yemma, as a Masterlies Plus. I think it would be cool if it was like a Masterlies Extra Plus or Masterlies Plus Extra. Make the figure really big, at least Ox King size, plus give him a desk. Give him his desk. It's iconic. He's never taken away from his desk, so it would be weird to have King Enma without his desk. So mahogany, let's have him with the mahogany desk. All right, the Namek arc. So when I say Namek, I mean from when they lift off towards Namek to when Frieza is defeated on Namek. So the entirety of all of Namek, this huge saga that takes place in Dragon Ball. We have gotten a lot, plenty of Frieza forms, but we're really missing some hero characters. They haven't really done a lot of the protagonists besides like Super Saiyan Goku here and there. So I think it's time for us to get somebody else. And because we recently got the Piccolo Daimao in his throne, I think they're going to do a Masterlies Extra or Masterlies Extra Plus or whatever you want to call it. It has to be big and it has to be him in his throne of Guru. I think Guru is, I feel really sure about Guru actually. This is like almost a prediction. Just because Piccolo recently came out, I feel like Bandai is going to follow that up next year. Maybe in the mid-year have another EX set but focused on the Namek arc. And Guru will be our last one prize in his throne. He'll even have the Dragon Ball on the top of his throne. So I think that would be great and lend itself very well to Masterlies. People would love that. Okay, where am I? Android arc. So the Android arc is going to be from when Trunks arrives to fight Frieza up until they find out about the second time machine. So a big section of the Android arc. Again, this is another one where we've gotten a lot of the villains. We had an entire Android set. We have Trunks. We have Future Gohan. We have a lot of characters. But I would love to see Super Saiyan Vegeta when he's launching the Big Bang attack against Android 19. Can you believe that we only have one Super Saiyan Vegeta? Super Vegeta is technically a different form. It's like Super Saiyan Grade 2. So it's like a sub form of Super Saiyan. So I guess you can count that. But the only regular Super Saiyan Vegeta we have is from Dragon Ball Memories. And, you know, that's technically a Dragon Ball Super figure. It's so expensive. And it's Super Saiyan Vegeta. Why don't we have more Super Saiyan Vegeta? So I would love to see that maybe with the big fluffy white hair that Vegeta had back then. I think that would be a really cool figure. Cell. So the Cell arc. This is when Cell shows up until the end of the Cell games, when, you know, Cell is the main focus of the entire narrative. And this was the figure that I thought of. I've probably mentioned this in videos in the past already, but this figure is something I thought of when they first revealed Masterlies Plus back when they revealed Omnibus Amazing. I would love to see Goku and Gohan doing the father-son Kamehameha. It would be perfect. They could really replicate the manga in this instance, and I can already see it happening. Like a Prize A version with Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan, and then Super Saiyan Goku right behind him. And then you can make a last one prize version. Both of them have manga colors, and Goku, instead of being in Super Saiyan, he could be in his base form, because in the manga, he's in base form, and in the anime, he's Super Saiyan. So it would be a really nice, like, little, you know, Easter egg for collectors. So I think that would be amazing. I would pick both up in a heartbeat, and I think it would be very popular with people, especially having Goku and Gohan in a singular prize. The Great Saiyaman arc. So this is the time skip from the Cell arc to the Buu era, but before we even get to the tournament. So mostly that whole arc focused on Gohan in high school and his relationship with Videl. So personally, a lot of people, when I talk to people on our Discord server, which by the way, you should join our Discord server. It's only $3 to join and you don't have to renew after that. So yeah, shameless plug. The Great Saiyaman arc, a lot of people in the Discord, they wanted Videl, and I'm all for that. I love Videl. She's second best girl in my opinion, but before that, I think I want to see Super Saiyan Gohan in his school uniform. Literally the time that he's stopping the robbers with his hand up, he's doing the key yell towards them to make them stop. That would be so awesome. That moment lives rent-free in my head. It's super nostalgic for me because when I was a kid, I was introduced to Dragon Ball during the Buu arc. So I think it would be very, very cool to see and would definitely stand out as one of my favorite ones in my collection. That era of Gohan is just my favorite. So I want to see more of that. Moving on, the 25th Tenkaichi Budokai. So this is the one where there's the kids division and we see Goten and Trunks fight. You know, they disguise themselves as Mighty Masks. Popovich turns up. So in there though, this is another great one for Masterlies Plus. They already have a manga panel set up perfectly for Masterlies. Give us Masterlies Plus, Kaioshin, and Kibito. And I think this one is very likely to happen, mostly because Daima seems very focused on, the Buu arc elements and obviously a little bit of callbacks and nostalgia to OG Dragon Ball and GT. But Kaioshin is literally a main character alongside Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo in Daima. So it would be cool to see an adult version now that we're already getting the chibi or kid version of Kaioshin. So having him and Kibito together would be awesome. Babidi. The Babidi arc is, that entire arc when they leave the tournament up until Majin Buu is resurrected. And it's amazing to me that we've gotten so many Majin Vegetas already, 2 in Masterlies, but one of them is an E-moving, so I have 3 of them in my collection. I would love to see Super Saiyan 2 Goku. I think it's time. Super Saiyan 2 Goku gets no figures, and when he does, it's here and there in the Crane figure world, and it's kind of shocking to me because he does this form so often in Dragon Ball Super. I feel like he does it more than regular Super Saiyan in Dragon Ball Super. I've just rewatched the whole series with my girlfriend, so I would love to see him when he's powering up into Super Saiyan 2 for the first time in front of Vegeta before their fight. So having him with his halo and everything, the battle damage on his shirt already from Yakon, that's what I'm looking for, Bandai. Please, please, please let me have it. All right, the Buu arc. The Buu arc is vast and long, and there are so many characters that still need representation. The Buu arc is one of those arcs that has next to nothing. So I would love to see more. We've recently gotten Buuhan announced, and I'm sure there's more to come. But honestly, where is Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks? We've gotten 2 Gotenks, Base and Super Saiyan, but Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is missing, and that's the most iconic, most popular version of the character. So I think it's about time we get Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. Maybe during our summer omnibus, Bandai, you can hand that to us, but we'll see what happens in 2025. Should be a very interesting year for the Buu arc. And finally, when it comes to Dragon Ball Z, let us wrap that piece up with the Peaceful World arc. This is the whole arc when Goku fights Oob at the end of Dragon Ball Z after the 10-year time skip from the defeat of Majin Buu. And speaking of Oob, he deserves a Masterlies. Oob gets no figures, dude, and it's not like people don't know who he is. We all remember that iconic ending of Dragon Ball Z from 20 years ago, so I think it's time Oob gets some recognition, and he gets a Masterlies figure from his fight with Goku. All right, we are almost done. I know this is a long video, so I'm going to try and quickly wrap this up. We have a few sections left for things outside of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Let's start with the Dragon Ball Z movies. Of course, these are the 13 Dragon Ball Z movies. I'm not counting Resurrection F and Battle of Gods because they already had their own arcs in Dragon Ball Super, so they'll get their own section in this video. So this is the Dragon Ball Z movies from Dead Zone up until The Wrath of the Dragon. I know there's some OG Dragon Ball movies too. If they ever adapt any of those into figures, cool. But, I'm not a big fan of them, and I don't think a lot of people really think about them. More people remember the Dragon Ball Z movies because they're a lot more popular and iconic. So, The one character I want the most that I think would be just a sick figure is Dr. Wheelo from The World's Strongest. This was the second Dragon Ball Z movie. He's just a giant robot with a huge brain. He's so sick in his design. So I think it would look just super awesome as like a Softfix or a Master Release Extra. I think it would stand out very much in a collection. At least make him like the Omega Shenron or the Cell Max, where he's like pretty big. As long as the figure's big, I think a lot of us would be happy, because scaling him would be a little hard because he's humongous. But him above any other Z movie character, I would love, love, love. I hope we get a film Kuji again this year. That would be amazing. Okay, Dragon Ball GT. So originally, Super Baby 2 was on this list. Super Baby 2 was my #1 most requested figure out of everything. And we're finally getting him in December. So, one thing that Omnibus Ultimate Kuji didn't do that I wish it did was give us Golden Uzaru, Baby Vegeta, and that is my pick for Dragon Ball GT. He's so awesome. I have a lot of nostalgia for him, trying to fight against him in the janky Dragon Ball GT Final Bout game, and I just think he's super cool in design and just as a concept for a villain. I love Baby, dude. Baby's so cool. I'm not a big GT fan. I love all of Dragon Ball. I love GT. GT's just not one of my favorite things. But Baby is one of my favorite things. So, Golden Uzaru Baby, please make it happen. Battle of Gods. Okay, now we're in Battle of Gods, and this character should come as a no-brainer. I'm honestly shocked this does not have a Master Release figure yet. When Vegeta has Super Saiyan God as a Master Release, where's our Master Release Super Saiyan God Goku, Bandai? It would be great, you know, when he first transforms and he's kind of hovering there and he floats down, or any portion of that movie with Super Saiyan God Goku. Where is it? You know, Resurrection F. Resurrection F, not my favorite movie, definitely has a lot of problems, but still some very cool designs and elements in that film. So again, just like Super Saiyan God Goku, I would love to see Super Saiyan Blue Goku in his Whis-Gi. It's a very unique look. Goku rocks it for, you know, a good portion of Dragon Ball Super as well. So it would be nice to get that look back and have us remember, oh yeah, there's that really cool, unique look for Goku in Dragon Ball Super. So having him in blue in that outfit, maybe when he first transforms, would be great. The Universe 6 arc. This is when Universe 6 and Universe 7 have their tournament. And even though I would love to see Hit, I definitely would. Before that, I do want to see Kaioken Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Kaioken just looks the best in figures. Like, if I was hyper biased in this list, I would probably put Kaioken Goku in a lot of these sections, but I controlled myself, and I would just want to see him from the Universe 6 arc as Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. That would just look super awesome. The Future arc, so this is also known as the Goku Black arc. I think this is another no-brainer, and we're just missing a lot of villains and characters from Dragon Ball Super, so give us Merge Zamasu. Merge Zamasu or Fuse Zamasu would be fantastic. I think it would be really cool when he first becomes Merge Zamasu and he has the halo behind him. In the Naruto Kuji that I reviewed a few months back, you know, Naruto had his like ring behind him. If they could do the same thing with Zamasu, it would look fantastic on a Master Release figure. So hopefully we see some more Dragon Ball Super within the next year or two within Master Release. Tournament of Power. There's a lot of characters in the Tournament of Power. We've already gotten Jiren. And of course, there's still, you know, a proper UI signed Goku with his shirt on that we're missing. But before all that, I want to see Super Saiyan 2 Kefla. I love Kefla. I think Kefla is just a very cool design, very cool idea for a character, and she has an awesome fight and a few awesome moments in Dragon Ball Super, so seeing her as a figure would be very, very cool. Okay, we're almost done. We got about 5 sections left. The Broly movie, aka the Broly arc, DBS Broly. We've gotten so many figures from this movie. We don't really need a whole lot more. In my mind, I thought of King Vegeta, I thought of Bardock, but before them, I think it would be really cool and unique to see Goku and Vegeta in their snow jackets when they get to the ice mountains. It's just very unique. They look very cool. They would stand out a lot in anybody's collection just because, you know, you don't ever see them wear that ever again. And there's no figure like that. So I think those would be really cool. Maybe as a Master Release Plus, Let's see if that happens. Superhero. Again, Superhero is another one that has so many figures. We really don't need any more, but if they did go back, I would like to see Piccolo in his red ribbon disguise. So he's got the soldier's outfit on that he's disguised as in this movie. It's very brief, but I think it would look very unique, very cool for a figure. Okay, Bardock. So this is the Bardock OVA. Bardock, father of Goku. And the episode of Bardock when he fights Lord Chilled and goes Super Saiyan. So technically the non-canon Bardock, since Dragon Ball Super retconned the character. I am happy that we have Bardock finally in Omnibus Ultimate. He looks fantastic. But now, let's start getting his crew. And the number one person in his crew that I think everybody would want to see is Fasha, another female Saiyan. People love waifu characters. She's very unique looking, so I'd be happy to see Fasha. All right, History of Trunks. This is the History of Trunks OVA, showing Trunks' backstory and his history with future Gohan. Very, very popular. One of the best OVAs from Dragon Ball. I would want to see Super Saiyan Teen Trunks when he's transforming after Gohan dies. Of course, that would be a fantastic figure. If they want to make it an E-moving, that would be really sweet. So there you go. Super Saiyan Teen Trunks. And finally, the deep cut. I can't believe so many people have never watched this because this is canon. It is written by Toriyama, and it is the Yo Son Goku and Friends Return OVA. If you have not seen this, just go on YouTube. It's up on YouTube for free. Search Yo Son Goku and Friends Return. It's like a 30-minute OVA. It's very cute, and it stars Goku, Vegeta's brothers in it, and a couple of Frieza soldiers named Avo and Kato. And in this movie, they also fuse into Avocado, which I would love to see as a Master Release figure. I think I'd probably be the only singular percentage on Earth that looks forward to Avocado. So that is my wish list, guys, for the year of 2025 for Dragon Ball Master Release. Woo! This video is very long. I'm glad I did not script this thing because I was originally going to do a whole scripted video and all this stuff. That video probably would have been twice as long. So I'm glad I didn't do that. I don't want to waste too much of your time, but like always, guys, please let me know down in the comment section below if you've made it this far. What is your wish list or predictions for 2025? I would love to hear them down in the comment section so that we can have a discussion. Of course, be kind, be nice, be respectful of each other's opinions, and let's just have an open discussion. Like the video if you made it this far as well. Subscribe if you want to see more Dragon Ball figure reviews, more predictions and news for Dragon Ball figures. And of course, I'd like to thank all of our members, our $3 members, and above, of course. $3 members, if you want to join our Discord server, the $3 membership will give you instant access with a growing community, awesome people. We buy, sell, trade figures on our Discord server. We're very helpful in finding figures and just having a great time and talking about Dragon Ball. And of course, our $10 members get entered into the Crane figure raffle that happens every month. And then our $15 members get to win one Ichiban Kuji figure every month. And of course, our $20 members have a chance to win an entire Ichiban Kuji every single month. So consider becoming a member, help grow our community. But I think that's all I got for you guys today. So until the next video, guys, I will see you all later.